What's happening, guys? I'm Paul Sharp, and I help people transform themselves. I help people to recreate themselves from the ground up, mentally, physically, and spiritually. If you're interested in that, hit me up and let me help you get started and get on the path and stay on the path for the rest of your life. All right, guys, so let's talk about everyday carry. The other day, made a post about my everyday carry for the summer, and I mentioned briefly deep undercover, non-permissive environments, that kind of thing. And some folks said, hey, what would your carry be in that situation? Now, have to be transparent with you guys because dishonesty or being disingenuous might cause some of you to do something that would get you jammed up. And that is not acceptable ever from a trainer in any way, shape, or form. Like, you have to be authentic. You have to be truthful and honest to the problem. So let me say that there have only been a handful of times in my life where I've carried with the concern of I can't get busted. Because for 22 years, I was on the job as a police officer, so I had kind of this umbrella of LEOSA. And as a retired officer, I have it to some degree, but to be real clear about it, just as I shared in the other video, where I live, it's not really an issue. The only places that I can't carry are government buildings and that type of thing, and I never go there. So just wanted you guys to know up front. Now, there have been times where I have been wearing like board shorts and a tank top or something of that nature. I will use a Filster Enigma with a JM Custom shell, and that's something I've used in the past to carry a shield, a Glock 26, and even a Glock 19. I've been able to successfully carry those pistols, which again, they're larger than what I would consider I gotta have something, but I can't get busted gun. That category of pistols. So here's what I've carried when I've been like legitimately afraid of getting jammed up. This is a Glock 26. It's got the little pinky extension, right? So that I can get a grip, but it's still, my hand still hangs off of it. But you'll note the butt of the pistol. So the area that's hard to conceal is from here to here, because this part here will be down around the belt, especially if I'm worried about deeper concealment. This is going to be really down, maybe even under the belt a little bit. So the only thing that I have to worry about printing is this area right here. So from this, the bottom of the back strap to the top of the rear sight. And I won't even use a gun with an optic. If I'm truly concerned, right? Now, the other side of that is the optic being right here would put it down kind of along the same line as that front strap. So yeah, it would be hidden, wouldn't be a concern. However, in the past, this is what I've used in those situations. Either in an Enigma or in a Dark Star gear or something of that nature, or a Raven Concealment Vanguard. Just a trigger protecting holster that just clips in, and it's very, very easy to conceal just about everything. Now, that's basically, in thickness though, that's pretty much a full-size gun. Like, the thickness of a Glock 26 is the same as a 19, 17, and a 34, right? So let's talk about this little puppy. Now, this is a Beretta 21A. It is a 22 long rifle. It holds 7 rounds in the magazine, and it's empty. But 7 rounds in the magazine, and then 1 in the chamber. It gives you 8 rounds on board. This is more about concealability. Look how thin that thing is. It is very thin. It is a single stack 22. And so the thickness, the front to back measurement is reflective of a 22. And the side to side thickness is also what you would expect from a 22. Now, this pistol right here, I have actually put in my shoe, upside down like this. And if you look down on it, nobody ever notices it. It blends right in. I put it in my shoe kind of like this. Again, last ditch. I'm not saying that's the best way to carry it. I'm just saying that's what I did. I have also just put it in my pocket in a you know those little, you know how some of your pants will have a pocket inside of a pocket. So there's like a little billfold pocket or pocket where you could put a few dollars in. This will fit right in that pocket. Won't print, and they don't see it. And I've never had an issue, and I've taken this into places with me where if I were caught with a pistol, it would be a problem, to say the least. Especially at this point in my life. I'm no longer on the job. I don't have the umbrella of being on the job and all that good stuff. So I doubt any consideration would be given to me if I were to be caught, even with something like this. Now, 22 long, that's not a bad round. It's all about shot placement. If you put these rounds in this area right here, probably going to be pretty good. Probably not going to have a problem. Even if you just put the 22 round into an eyeball, I mean, that's like getting poked in the eye in a fight. They're going to stop what they're doing until they can get their eye clear. That might be an advantage. I'm not saying I would recommend that you carry a 22. I'm not saying it is an optimal round. What I am saying is it's probably better than just a hope and a prayer. So there you have it, guys. These are the guns that I've carried on in those times where I was concerned about maybe I shouldn't carry the 92, maybe I shouldn't carry the 17 or a 1911. Maybe I should be a little more conscious of the fact that I could get into some trouble here or could draw some unnecessary attention. And so let me carry something that's going to be a little more difficult for me to get out and get into play, and maybe even a little more difficult for me to run. Again, I'm not recommending this. I'm saying this is what I carried in those situations where getting caught, getting busted would be a little more than problematic for me. And therefore, I chose 8 rounds of 22 versus nothing. So, all right, that's it, guys. Have a good one.